Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Heat Vision podcast. I got myself Hector, and I got my boy Javi.
What up?
Mario.
What's up?
And yeah, Javi's finally here, man. The fuck, man? It's been a minute, man. Actually, it's been a minute in general since we posted, because the last one we posted was Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
And the one before that was Nope.
Yeah.
And that was a month ago.
Yeah.
So I got no room to talk, man. All right, no, but listen, guys, we're going to be... get into October spirit, man. Reviewing some horror movies, man.
We're all wearing Halloween costumes right now.
Yes. Javi is dressed as a broccoli.
That was random.
I just see that. You know what? For this Halloween, I'll dress as Batman. You dress as Spider-Man. And you dress as Mark. You could dress as wait, who was your favorite? Who's your favorite hero again? Batman.
Like superhero?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Batman, yeah.
Damn. I could have sworn. I don't know why I was thinking Hulk.
Not the favorite Marvel superhero.
Oh, that's okay. You could be that. Damn, isn't that crazy? His favorite Marvel hero is Hulk.
Hulk.
Yeah, I mean he's raw as fuck.
He is, but like that's interesting. I've never heard anyone say Hulk's their
Me neither.
favorite
I'd
superhero.
always hear Iron Man, Thor, Spider-Man, obviously, right?
Right.
And then Batman or whatever. But anyways, guys, we're sidetracked. But yeah, we're gonna be reviewing Barbarian, and it's been a minute, man.
When did this movie come out again?
I
Last month?
don't remember
It's almost a month
it's
now
been-
at this point. Almost a month.
Really?
I don't think it's been a month.
since we last seen it, or when it came out.
Since it came out.
Since it came out.
Because we didn't see it release day or anything. We saw it the weekend it came out. Right?
So
Oh,
So
no,
saw
we
it a
didn't.
week after
Oh,
it came
yeah. The week after.
was it a
yeah.
week after or 2 weeks after?
1 week after it originally came out in theaters.
Okay, so is this movie? This movie's not from a big like a production company, is it?
Not that I know of.
No, right? I think I forgot the name of it. What they showed. Oh, was it? No. Wasn't it like a monkey hand or something?
I can look it up.
I was gonna say it's not.
Yeah, look it
A24.
up. But I definitely never heard of them, and I never heard of the movie. And before we get into it, I never heard of the movie until Javi, you're the one who showed us the trailer. You mentioned, there's this new movie called Barbarian. It's getting a lot of great reviews, like positive feedback. Have you guys heard of it? And I said, hell no. Like, what the hell? He showed us a trailer, and I said, hey man, I'm hooked. I'm down. And we decided to go watch it. How did you run across that?
The guy that I watched on YouTube reviewed it,
Oh, okay.
and he was basically praising it. He was saying like that it was really good and this and that. And I was like, and I hadn't even heard of this movie. So then that's when I went to go see the trailer by myself, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So then the next day is when I hang out with y'all.
Oh, okay.
And that's when I showed y'all the trailer. And it's funny because I had already seen the trailer, but because I was watching it with you guys, the trailer had a jump scare, and it was your scream that scared me, and that's why I joked with y'all.
Wait, I screamed.
Yeah.
I screamed.
You were like, oh shit. Like,
Yeah, you probably said
and I jumped too. I'm like, y'all bitches, I saw this trailer. Like, it wouldn't even have scared me.
Yo, I don't remember
But
screaming.
like you
I don't
grabbed
remember
me
that
and like your scream is what made me jump and shit.
I don't remember. But anyway, Mario, you got it up? What's
So
Monkey Paw.
the studio that made Barbarian is called 20th Century Studios.
20th century. Well, then what the heck is Monkey Paw?
Oh,
Is that Smile? No, Smile was from who? I don't know, bro. Who was that? I know it's Monkey Paw. It's Monkey Paw. Like, I know we've seen that, but I cannot remember if it had something to do with the Smile movie, which, stay tuned, guys. We will review that one, or this one. I can't remember because I could have swore it was a Monkey Paw. Like, anyways.
Monkey Paw. Nope. Get Out. Us, Candyman, and Black Klansman.
Oh, it's that. Okay, I'm tweaking. Damn, okay. Never mind, guys. I'm fucking tweaking. But anyways, yeah, I never heard of that studio.
20th Century?
Oh, that's sorry. That's what it was?
Yeah.
That's what he said? Oh, sorry. I thought you said something else.
Yeah, 20th Century, bro.
Damn, what the fuck? Then what the fuck was up with the marketing? I never heard of it. I never seen a trailer for it, like on ads. I never seen anything about it, bro.
The dude who wrote and directed this movie, he hasn't done much.
Oh,
this is like his first
that's
big
what it
thing.
is. That's what it is.
That's probably why.
Yeah, and
Okay.
based off just this movie alone, bro, bright future.
No, yeah. So
bright future.
So on this, I mean, let's just talk about the trailer, man. The trailer is very simple.
It doesn't show much.
No, definitely not.
And here's the thing. The trailer doesn't show much.
Yeah.
And I'm one of those people where I like that.
Oh, hell
I like
yeah,
when
bro.
the trailer
Fuck
doesn't
yeah.
explain everything that's going on, because you're intrigued and you're like, in order for me to know what the hell's going on, I gotta go see this movie. Whereas Everardo, he's the opposite.
Really?
He's different.
How do you know?
Because
said?
the day that we went to go see Barbarian, remember earlier that day I hung out with him. We went to go get sushi.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he was like,
he did see it with us.
yeah,
I forgot. So I was like, oh yeah.
Dude, I wish you sat next to me, man, because Everardo was next to me, but he was sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish you were next to me because we could have been talking and shit. Like,
Yeah.
Fuck
But,
you, Everardo, if you listen to this.
But we went to get sushi before we came here. to hang out with you guys.
I remember.
And we were talking about like, oh yeah, like nah, man, like I'm for sure gonna sleep during this movie, blah blah blah. Because he was telling me that he like did an all nighter and shit.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I don't know, Everardo, like the trailer looked interesting, blah blah blah. Like it was cool because it didn't show much, and like and he's like, yeah, but that's what I don't understand about you guys. What? Like because the trailer doesn't show much, how do you guys get intrigued by that? Like I watched the trailer, and because it didn't show much, I got nothing from it, and to me that doesn't interest me. So
what?
There's two different sides to like how you perceive vague trailers.
I can understand that, but sometimes the trailer shows too much that like you just don't want to see it anymore. Like, okay,
Bro,
well, I know what's gonna happen. Basically,
The worst
like,
trailers.
You know what I mean? Like one of the
trailers.
one of the good examples of that would be Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness. They showed so much in the trailers, man. Like all the crazy shit that we're supposed to be shocked, except for one thing, just one thing. When it was Mr. Fantastic, but everything else they showed in the trailer. And that I hate that shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? But yeah, the trailer's very simple. You know, there's this girl named Tess, right? She gets in the weird shady town, books an
Great
Airbnb.
performance, by the way. She did
definitely
amazing.
Yeah.
She books
him and the other character too. When you're gonna introduce
Keith.
Yeah, Keith.
So yeah, she books an Airbnb because she has an interview for a job the next day and stuff. She's in a shady neighborhood, and she, apparently, she can't find a key to the Airbnb. She knocks. She's like, "What the hell?" And someone else is there. Someone else booked it, and they just say, "Oh, it's the dude. It seems kind of sketchy." And from the trailer, right? To me, he seems sketchy. And he says, "You know what? Stay the night. It's all good." She ends up staying, and then that's when we get like some spooky shit, like that scene where Keith is like standing. The typical like down the hallway, he's standing all weird and shit.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? And then later she finds this weird cave tunnel in the basement, and then we get that one jump scare where Keith is there and like he just whatever, and that's pretty much a quick summary of what the trailer is. That's it. That's literally all we get.
Yeah.
And just from that alone, I can see what Everardo's saying. Like, it doesn't show too much, but it still hooked me.
Yeah.
I was still interested.
I was
intrigued,
shit.
yeah. Like, and I guess apparently because you said I jumped, I screamed. I said, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
Which I dead as don't remember, bro. But anyways,
Yeah, he's a hoe.
I dead as don't remember. But yeah, So we're not gonna go super in depth, guys, just because it's been a minute since we've seen it. So yeah, we're just gonna talk about the things that we liked and whatnot. But like you mentioned, Mario, you want to go ahead and take it away with, you said, their performances?
Yeah. What was her name? Tess.
Tess. She was played
Tess
by.
and, I don't know her name.
Who? I forgot her name, man.
But either way, Tess. If you're watching this, you know what we're talking about.
Georgina Campbell.
Yes.
That's her name.
Campbell. She did absolutely amazing. And then Keith, I don't know his real name either.
Bill
That's-
Skarsgård.
Yeah, the dude who played it.
Pennywise.
Yeah.
Yeah, they both killed it. And
Yeah, bro.
Like, especially in
yeah.
the beginning of the movie, their performance literally they intro this movie very smoothly.
Yeah,
if
dude.
that makes
yeah.
sense. In the beginning, it's like it all feels natural.
Yep.
It feels natural, and that's
Feels
what
real.
sold to me because of their performance, and they just did an amazing job the entire time. I'm just like, wow, like they're fucking killing it because the way they're acting, it engaged me so much more because I believed it. I'm just like, oh my fucking god, this is incredible. I just want to give them a shout out. Whenever I see good acting, I always gotta give it a shout out.
No, yeah, the acting was good, man. Like, would you agree with that, Hoff?
Yeah.
Yeah, the acting was.
All the performances were good. Tess is the one that stands out the most.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, of course.
But
yeah.
the performances from everyone was top notch and everything. Even though there's not a lot of performances. I mean, there's really only like maybe no more than 4 or 5, but of the ones that are centered into the movie, they all did it. They all did their job very well for what
Yeah.
they had and stuff like that.
Yeah. So what did you? Okay, let me ask this. What if you were in the shoes of Tess?
Nah,
Would you have stayed?
Fuck no, because
Yeah, go
it
ahead.
was the only nice house with running electricity in the whole block.
No, but here's the thing. She didn't know that though.
Remember, it was really
Don't you
dark.
remember it was raining and dark, and then she didn't realize until the next morning?
That's right.
Do you remember that? Yeah. That's when she was looking at. She's like, "Yo, what the fuck?" So like, let's just say you're in the shoes. You're just driving because when you drive and it's raining, you don't really see a lot. So you see that. So let's just say you're just in that situation. It's raining. You know what I mean? It's like you can't tell your surroundings, and then you got to go back. Like okay, let me say this. What if, let's say, if it was like just a random guy? He'd be like, "Oh yeah, man, just stay the night, man. It's cool, man. Whatever." Would you guys do it?
Probably not.
No. That's crazy.
I wouldn't.
But like, let's say you had to be somewhere the next day that you're like, you just can't afford to waste the time. Like,
I'll get a hotel. Can't be a
but
hotel
in the
too
movie,
far
they said like all the hotels are booked.
Oh yeah. All the hotels are booked.
But me personally, I would say fuck it.
That motherfucker
had a car.
That motherfucker had a clean answer for every question she asked.
Yeah,
Which that's why I was kind of like,
spookiness.
Man,
like, who is this guy? Is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy?
Okay. You know what? Let me say this then. Okay, let's replace Keith with a female. Let's switch it up. hey, listen. The reason why I'm saying this, okay, is because obviously we're putting in some shoes, so we got to flip some things. So let's say it was a girl that booked the Airbnb, and she said, you know what, just stay the night. It's all good. Would you guys do it?
I don't know, man.
Because let's be real. Okay, let's be real, guys. We want usually if we with strangers, right? We usually, since we're speaking as men, we usually see the guys mostly as a threat. You know, if I see a woman that's like shorter than me and she's pretty and stuff, I'm immediately not gonna see her as a threat. Mm-hmm. But if it's a guy that's a stranger, you're gonna be like, yo, I don't know this dude. Like, what the fuck? So that's why I'm gonna switch it, I guess. Not only that, because like I feel like just fuck around, man, just fun. So what do you think? Like if it was a girl, she wasn't threatening and stuff, like whatever. She was nice, she was cool. Yeah, like what do you think? Would you be like, all right, you know what?
Because you're right. Because if it is another dude, I'd be like, all right, this dude might try to hurt me.
No, hell yeah, definitely.
I would go through my head, and I see a girl, and obviously, I'm 6'3", I'm taller. I'm just like, all right.
All right, don't need to brag, man.
No.
Don't need to brag, man.
Motherfucker had to drop his height for no reason.
It's like they can't see me. So
it's more likely that I'm gonna be the taller one.
You know what,
here.
man? This movie was badass because I'm 6'3", and tall people like movies.
Hey, even when we get cameras, he's still gonna say I'm 6'3".
Yeah. No, it's just likely the fact I'm probably gonna be the taller person. With the guy, he could be the same height as me.
No, but that's facts.
I'll probably be like, you know what? Only way she can hurt me is if she has a knife, and that's if let her get the knife. I'll be like, all right, fine. I probably would.
I'm tombstoning that bitch.
But I probably would try my best to keep my distance though, because it is just strange.
No, yeah, definitely. What about you, Hop?
What would I do if?
Because he clearly switched his answer. He said, you know what? I probably would go in if it was a girl.
It's true. Because the guy, I'm like, I don't know who this fucker is. Like,
definitely.
Who is this dude?
No, yeah, that's facts. So yeah, with you, Hop. What about?
Is she inviting me in?
Yeah,
like the dude is like, I'm so sorry, like it's raining, blah, blah, blah. The hotels are closed, whatever. You can spend the night here. It's fine.
For me, why I switch is because I'm not threatened.
No, of course.
That's the reason why I'm like, okay, I'm not threatened. I'm good.
Oh man, like he said, like you could just reach a knife and kill my.
That's what I'm saying. But that's why I said I'm gonna keep my distance.
That's what I'm saying. That's the dangerous part, is because like you let your guard down, because you're like, she's a short, like cute girl. She's not gonna do anything to me. Then all of a sudden she busts out Jet Li kicks, black belt, Kung Fu Panda shit.
I'll just throw shit.
You feel me? Like, but anyways,
but she'll just she just dodge that shit. No, anything you throw at her, just
I'm like, damn, bitch, how you so good at this?
Deflect.
Like, at this point, I'm just like, this is entertaining.
Bro, yeah, right. You distract yourself. You forgot you were gonna die.
Yeah,
you're just throwing shit. Yeah, but you won't dodge his couch, bitch.
Yeah.
I feel like that's some shit you'd see in like a parody movie.
Yeah,
that'd be funny.
Like a scary movie or some shit.
But for real, just put yourself in shoes. It's raining outside. It's cold. It's dark out. Hotels are booked. You're like, oh fuck, I gotta drive all the way over here. Like I'm fucked. Like, so yeah, how you're still thinking about it?
I don't know, man. I feel like I wouldn't see it as threatening, and I probably wouldn't let my guard down. But like, it's still eerie. It's still someone you don't know.
Yeah, I know. That's why
I'd rather play on the safe.
Not only that, she's alone too. That's usually strange though.
I don't know. Like, I'd probably play on the safe side and be like, you know what? Like, I'll just sleep in my car, bitch. What you mean?
I'll sleep in my car.
I'll connect the aux, bro, and I'll just play my music and shit.
All right, that's
I don't
fair
know, man.
enough.
I'll still play the safe side because you never know, man. You
No,
just
you're-
never
no,
know
you're right.
shit, bro.
I think
I don't know.
with me, I would think about it, just because like, yo, like she could set my ass up. Like, what if there's someone else in there, and she's trying to like use her looks and her friendliness to get me inside, and then, hey man, I get murked. The fuck? Hell nah. Miss me with that.
Yeah.
But I'm a man, right? So I'm gonna eventually probably give in. She probably be like, I got some wine. I'll be like, shit, that's
I
fine.
got my ass.
How many cups you drinking tonight? Probably 3. That's all I need.
Shit.
What the fuck?
What is he talking about? He said, what is he talking about? He's like, I got some wine. I'll be like, damn.
No, we're getting
it's
sidetracked. We gotta talk
fine.
about the movie, bro. We're getting sidetracked.
No, but just let me.
I know.
No,
but,
no, no.
like, we gotta
Just,
get back on-
I know. Let me just finish my point.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'll probably give in, right? And what I would do is I'd probably. That's tough. Because here's the thing, like, if I go in there, am I sleeping on the couch or is she taking the bed?
It's the same thing.
What do you mean?
You just said, am I taking the couch or is she taking the bed? It's the same thing.
Yeah, like, am I taking the couch or the bed?
Oh.
That's what I said. Like, am I taking the couch or is she taking the bed? Because with Keith and Tess, Keith was like the one to make sure that she's okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you take the bedroom, lock the door, whatever. I'll sleep on the couch. Be safe.
Yeah.
But the roles are reversed. So like, I would probably be like, yo, if you want, you could sleep in the like I would do what Keith did, even though I'm the visitor. Like, I'd be like, yo, you could take the bed. It's all good. Lock the door. I'll sleep out here, right? Or you know what I'm talking about, Mario? Mario's looking at me like with a dead face, bro. Looking like a dead fish right now. Okay, but anyways, so that's fun. So in that same situation, obviously, you know, Tess gets to the bed, and what I thought was really smart is that like when she saw the wallet, she took a picture of his ID.
Another
that was
reason
smart as
that
fuck.
it feels like this is real.
Hell
It
yeah,
feels
bro.
like, oh my god.
Yeah, so like, yeah, so Keith is like, you know, just to be safe, whatever. You could take the room, lock the door, whatever. And he as she's getting settled, he accidentally leaves his wallet and then takes a picture of his ID and shit. And I'm like, yo, this is
And
actually-
she looks him up, I think. She looks him up, right?
Oh, does she?
I think she looks him up. I think.
Oh, she
bro.
does. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Something like that.
Oh no, she does that after.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember? So like after everything went well, she looked him up because she was actually interested in him.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
you remember that?
Before they go to bed, they have this whole conversation, and you
Over some
learn
wine.
more about
Yeah,
Keith.
yeah.
And like, oh, like I know some documentary, like, oh,
That they both seen and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
and
And then the first eerie part happens. You know, Tess is sleeping, the door creaks open. It's Javi. No,
Dumb. Dumb.
it's Javi.
Hell no.
Bitch.
I love how he knows the first thing I'll say is bitch.
Hell no.
I am the shadows. On some Batman shit for Gotham.
Forgot them.
I am the barbarian.
Hell no.
What is it?
I am the barbarian. Hell no, that's Tilly, bro.
That's bogus as hell, bro.
Shout out Tilly. Tilly's a good friend of ours, man. Hopefully we'll have him as a guest one day. But okay, so yeah, the door opens and shit.
You hear footsteps.
Oh,
right?
yeah, you hear footsteps.
They're pretty loud, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then she gets up and turns around,
And she's
and
like,
the
"What
door's
is that?"
wide open. No one's there.
Yeah.
And she's like, what the fuck? And she looks over, and Keith is on the couch, and he's like moving and twitching and shit.
Yeah, bro.
But it's because he was having a bad dream.
Yeah, nightmare.
He was having a nightmare. But low-key, I was like, was that him? Did he open that door?
No, yeah, me
What the
too, bro.
fuck?
Dude, Keith, bro, you was giving me some weird vibes. Like with that scene where she goes to the bathroom and wash up, he's standing at the end of the hallway. She's standing all creepy and stuff. And to me, I'm thinking, okay, this is gonna be a situation where Keith is the bad guy. Like, especially him all acting all crazy. Like, yo, something's
Like awkward.
yeah, like
type of thing.
something's going on. Right
And the
here.
way they film it too adds to that awkwardness with Keith.
No, yeah. And then he finally wakes Keith up, and Keith is all flipping out and shit.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he's like, "Yo, what the fuck's wrong with you, bitch?" Like, and stuff. And then, yeah, this was all after when they talked that night.
Yeah.
They had the wine, right?
This was at the end of the day.
And then,
And she goes back to sleep,
Yeah,
and
man.
everything went fine.
Uh-huh.
She locked the door, closed it, didn't open again. Shit went well.
Wakes up.
She wakes up, and then she finds out
Keith is gone.
went to the store.
Yeah.
And then that's when she went down.
To her interview. for her job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is not that important. She just kind of like went.
Yeah.
Even then, I felt like that scene was kind of like...
The only point of that scene is
right.
Is when she's talking to the person that's interviewing her afterwards, after everything is all done and everything. She's like, "Oh, so where you're staying at?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm staying in blah 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 place." And she's like, "What? Why are you staying there?" Like, it's basically insinuating like that's a bad neighborhood. Like, why are you there? And then that's when we find out how terrible this neighborhood is.
Actually, it was before.
Oh, it was before?
Yeah, because
She wakes up.
Yeah, she
She
left.
steps outside, and all the houses,
I forgot.
all the houses in the neighborhood were abandoned, run down, old
broken.
as fuck. And the house that she's staying at, the Airbnb house, is the only like
Nice
nice painted one running on electricity and shit. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
No,
that shit freaked me out. I was like,
me
whoa.
too, bro. Yeah,
And
I looked
then,
at Javi and I was like, "That's crazy."
And then she,
it was Detroit. They were in Detroit.
Yeah, they're in Detroit. Yeah.
yeah.
I forgot the town that they said, but whatever. Yeah.
So she ends up coming back from the interview, and then that's when she eventually goes down to the basement, and she finds that string on the wall, and she pulls it, and it opens a trap door.
Why did she go down the basement again?
For some reason, I don't know, something.
Did she hear noise or something, or I don't know, right?
Something, I don't know. For some reason, she goes down there.
Yeah.
And she finds a string on the wall, and she pulls the string, and it opens a trap door
Yeah, man.
on the wall. And it's like, what the fuck? Oh, shit.
Someone knocked at Hector's house. He's looking to see who it is.
Even though they're already inside.
It's
The door already open.
It's the
Yeah, I was going to
Barbarian.
say, the intruder's already in here.
It's Barbarian.
We're
You're
dead,
still
guys.
checking. You're still checking your ring camera.
Yeah.
We heard the door open and
The
everything.
dude is already pointing the gun at me.
Yeah, hold on, bitch. Like, yeah, hold up, brother.
Hold up,
You
bitch.
do it
It's
again.
loaded.
Yeah. All right, you can shoot me, bro. Yeah, it's over. Yeah, I'm dead, guys. You're probably not gonna hear this.
I thought it was the police, but you hear it already.
For real. Okay,
I'd rather
no,
see
but yeah.
GTA
But yeah,
man,
so
fuck
she
me.
opens the trap door, and dude, that shit was scary.
Yeah, bro.
From
Yeah.
that point, I was like, like
Because-
you could ask Hector. I was like,
Yeah.
I was like my feet were planted on the ground, and I was personally like pushing myself back. I was like, don't go in there, fuck. And
Bro,
so
yeah.
when the door opens, it's like a little like passageway, like a little
It's
tunnel.
a hallway. Like a little.
And,
like
yeah,
a
hallway. That's
yeah.
the word. Blah. And she goes all the way at the end, and there's another room to her left. And it's like
Dude, when she was going inside though, remember
I
how
thought
we're
it was
looking
gonna
at each other?
close, bro.
We're looking at her like, yo, what the fuck is
I
you
was
doing?
like,
Because it was dark. She used
and then she propped a chair and a mirror and a light so she could see
through the
using
hall,
the
yeah.
reflection of the light with the
and-
mirror. She was trying to see what was inside, which was smart. I like that she was like crafty like that. That was pretty cool. And then she uses the flashlight on her phone, and she starts walking down the hallway. And at the end, there's a room to her left.
Yeah, that shit was.
And it was a fucking bed that was all dirty and shit. I don't know if it was like blood or something on it.
Probably was.
And at the end of the corner, there was a tripod. Was there a camcorder on
Yeah,
it?
yeah, it was like one
And
of
I
those
was
old
like,
school.
and I was like, bro, what is this? Like,
At
what is
first-
this fucking house?
At first, this is my. I was going on. I'm like, dude, this is Keith, bro. Like Keith is the one who owns this Airbnb, and he books it himself, and he like pushes out there to people get to come in, and then he captures them and he uses that room to do his shit. Like that's what I was going in my head. I'm like, but Keith is like he also gives like a good vibe. So I was kind of torn. I'm like, because sure in the beginning he was kind of weird and stuff, but then in the morning or not the morning.
when
sorry.
they're having that conversation.
Yeah, when they're having that conversation with the wine and shit, I'm like, yo, this dude seems lit, man. Like,
Seems like a normal guy.
or no, and when they were having fun too, like, remember when
Coffee
he put,
table.
no, remember when he puts the sheets over his head,
Oh yeah.
and there's that moment where they have together. Bonnie's, oh yeah, this is how you do it, and he's acting like a normal dude. I'm like, yo, this dude's pretty lit.
Yeah.
But he's like, at this
never
point,
know.
yeah, I'm at this point. I'm like, dude, I can't tell.
Yeah.
Because usually, and this is weird, because and for me, when I watch these type of movies, I could tell immediately, like, yo, this is we're gonna be worried about this guy or whatever. I could tell immediately. And the reason why I like this movie is because I couldn't tell with this guy. It was one of the few movies where I just couldn't tell if he was good or if he was a fucking weirdo. So that's what I really liked. But yeah, we get and then what happens after that? I forgot.
After that, she like gets freaked out and she runs out of there.
Oh yeah, she starts crying.
And then
shit.
eventually Keith ends up.
because the door closes.
Yeah,
The
she gets
upstairs
locked.
one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Couldn't
Because
get out
she's
of the
trapped
basement.
out. Yeah.
You're right. You're
So
right.
then Keith comes out and sees her in the window in the basement, and he's like, "What the fuck?" Like she's like, "I can't get out." So he pulls her out through the window, and they're like, "We got to go downstairs. Like this place is fucked up. Like you got to check it." And he's like, "Yo, calm down. This and that." And he's like, "No, like you don't understand the basement. There's a trap door, and there's this room with a bed and a camcorder, and it's freaky."
In a bucket.
And a bucket.
Yeah, the bucket.
And he's like, "No, like what are you talking about?" Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, "Okay, I'll go check it out." And Keith goes down to the basement and he's like, "Do you see the trap door? Like you see, like it's wide open." He's like, "Oh yeah," and he's like, "What the fuck? What's up with this chair in this mirror? What the hell?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Whatever," and he goes down there, and then Tess starts calling Keith and he doesn't respond.
Yeah, bro. At that point,
I was like, "No, bro, no."
That's
don't go
why
down
I'm
there."
like,
And
oh,
then
it
that's when
really
she-
is him.
So that's what she goes down there to see, and he's gone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh fuck!" And I was like, Hector. I was with Hector. I was like, "Nah, man. Like he's
he's the
a
weirdo,
murderer.
man.
He's something. Like there's something up." And then when she goes back inside the hallway, at the end of the hallway, she notices that at the end of the hallway is not a wall, it's another door.
Yeah.
And she opens it, and there's these stairs.
That's crazy, bro.
And I was like, "No, bro, what the fuck is this
Yeah.
room? What is this
dude,
place?"
it's like a catacombs, man. Like some weird ass cave system, Minecraft
Yeah.
shit, bro. That's crazy.
And then she starts walking down the stairs. The whole time she's calling Keith, he's not responding. And then eventually he starts calling back, but his voice is faint.
It's
like
very
it's
distant.
far away.
Yeah, it's distant.
And it's like, what the fuck? And she's walking through these tunnels
She
now.
has balls, bro. I
For
would have let.
real?
Dude,
I
I would
would've
have let
dipped.
it. I would have.
I would've
You
dipped,
know when
bro.
I would have dipped when I first saw the hallway. I'd be like, yeah, I'm done. I'm out the house. I'm leaving.
Yeah, no,
that's
she
what-
wanted to.
Yeah, I
but
know.
Then like, she, he wasn't responding. She's like, "Yo, where the fuck is Keith?" or whatever. And then she had some type of feelings towards him. But I'm gonna be real. I would have left after I seen the whole neighborhood was the shit, and my house was lit. Mm-hmm. That's where I would have been left. I'm like, "Listen, Keith, here's my phone number. Here's the key. Right? Put the key back. Here's
Follow
my
me
phone
on
number, bro.
Instagram,
Yeah.
whatever.
Hey, follow my shit, man. You lit."
Yeah.
And I'm out that bitch. You feel me? That's what I would have done, bro.
For real.
You feel me? But no, yeah. So that weird ass like staircase and stuff, and
And then you're like, she's walking down
She's walking
deeper
down.
underground this house.
Mm-hmm.
And she starts walking through these tunnels, and it's like, what the? And they look like old ass tunnels and shit.
yeah, right, yeah.
Oh.
And it's like barely lit, and with any light and anything.
I don't think there's any. The only light she has is from her phone. I think.
I think that's
Yeah,
I
yeah,
saw
yeah.
that,
Her phone.
And she just keeps walking down these tunnels.
Keeps going, bro.
and I'm like, what the fuck? And then she sees Keith, which is like one of those jump scares because
that we saw in the trailer. The only jump scare I think we saw in
yeah.
the trailer.
And then he
But
just
wait,
he comes.
but before that, remember she goes by like this like open area and it's a bunch of cages.
That's right.
There was a
yeah,
bunch
what
of
the
cages,
fuck?
and you're like, "What the fuck?" Like,
the
it
fuck?
gives you the idea, like, "What the fuck is like what's going on here?"
Oh, I think I know.
Remember
what it is
the
now.
animal? They're dead ass animal cage where you keep your
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah, yeah.
And then that's when he see Keith.
They cross paths again,
Yeah.
and they're like, what the fuck? And like Keith's like, we have to get out of here. There's
Because-
someone down
Yeah.
here. And when he said that, I was
I was
like,
like,
is there or is it you, bitch? Like,
Yeah, that's what I thought
what's,
too.
what's
I'm like,
going on, man?
Yeah.
Is it actually someone? He's like, no, we have to go this way. He's like, no, because that person's over there, blah,
No,
blah, blah.
yeah,
and they're
that's-
going back and forth, and like, the whole time I'm like, bro,
like what the fuck?
I don't know who to believe. Like,
listen,
what the
right?
fuck?
Okay, so right there, I was thinking logically, right? I'm like, okay, so obviously Tess wanted to go back the other way because it's a tunnel, bro. It's either forward or back.
Yeah.
There's no left and right. So Tess like, yo, we got to go this way. But Keith is saying, no, we have to go this way where I just came from, and because the person whatever is back there where you were. And to me, I'm like, that's bullshit because Tess just walked through there and there was nothing. And I thought Keith was trying to lead her to somewhere.
Ooh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
That's
what I
what
thought,
that's
too.
what I was going through my head. I'm like, yo, like, come on, bitch. Like, what do you mean? Tess just crossed through this long ass hallway. Nothing was there. And you're saying to go deeper into the hallway?
Right,
Get the fuck out of here. So I thought like he was trying to lead her or some shit. And then who wants to do the honors, man? Who wants to say this? Who wants to do the honors, man?
So
Do you?
You want to do
no,
it?
you do it. I feel like you would do it better.
I mean, you haven't been talking, man. I just want to give you a chance to talk, man.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say, like, as they're arguing and shit, they're panicking. What you're feeling as the audience member, you're like, what the fuck? There's like this climax moment because they're just yelling, they're panicking, so you feel it because of their great performances, right? And as they're, we're feeling that like, how should I say it?
Energy.
The energy. There you go. That out of nowhere, we see this tall ass motherfucking barbarian.
It was taller than Master Chief, bro.
Maybe.
Probably.
Who knows? But here's the thing. It just comes out of nowhere because this whole time we're thinking, oh, it's Keith. Keith
Yeah,
is like
yeah,
is
yeah.
clearly the murderer. And out of nowhere, it just comes. And it's this tall, scrawny ass, long haired woman. And it shows everything.
And it's very monstrous. She looks very monstrous.
demonic, I would say.
not demonic. She's more monster looking. Like her face was deformed and she's very tall and her nails were really like she had really long hands.
And
she had her
like,
tits out.
Yeah, but see,
Yeah.
it shows nudity, which fucking adds more to the creepiness.
And then this freaking monster thing just because then
Go ahead.
first
take it away.
you hear the footsteps.
Yeah.
Hard as fuck.
Oh, I forgot that. Yeah.
And then
You're
and
right.
then eventually you see something behind Keith getting closer.
Yeah, bro.
And you're
Oh
like,
my
what
God.
the fuck is that?
Yeah.
And then this thing grabs Keith and starts smashing his head into the wall and makes his head a fucking just
Deformed.
yeah, like just
Massively
leaves him all crushed. And then
That's when it pans
And then
up,
Tess
the camera pans up.
flashes the flashlight up to the monster, and it roars, and it's like this ugly, deformed looking monster thing. And then it cuts to black.
And we're like, what the fuck?
And we're like, what? And then that's how we get introduced to.
I think Hav, you and I were like, we had our
Yeah.
our
Did you
mouths were
see me?
open. I didn't know, bro. You were fucking a seat down for
I thought
me.
you were like looking like I was like what the fuck? And I looked at everyone. I'm like, this motherfucker is sleeping.
No, but me and Hav, we were looking at each other like our jaws were like dropped.
My
and
jaw
shit.
was dropped too, bro. I was like, holy fuck! I
We're
was
like,
not
what
expecting
is-
that.
We're like, what the fuck is that, bro? But yeah, it cuts to black, and then immediately cuts to some guy, man. What's his name again?
Justin Long.
Justin Long,
Justin
bro.
Long.
Yeah, that's the actor's name. And I know he was in the movie because we saw him in the trailer, but I forgot he was in the movie till he showed up, and I was like, oh, that's right, he's in this movie. How does he fit in? Like
That's facts.
he's just showing up, and apparently the person that Justin Long plays an actor. And he's driving down this car and he's singing along to a song in the radio, and he gets a phone call from the producers because I guess he's an actor who's on a TV show and they filmed a pilot for it or whatever. And he gets a phone call saying that there was an actress who's on the show with him who didn't feel comfortable wanting to do the show with him anymore.
Yeah.
And they were beating around the bush as around like to why and like, oh well, creative differences and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, no, like this makes no sense. Like you guys are not telling me something. What's going on? And they were like, basically, she said you raped her. And I was like,
Yeah, I was like, damn.
damn, that's crazy. And low-key, I sided with him because I was like, you never know. What if she could be
Yeah,
lying?
I didn't know who to believe.
I didn't know, like, well, maybe the girl made it up. Maybe she was lying, blah, blah, blah. And then I guess he went to go, like, talk to a lawyer. And then he went to the bank. And he did a bunch of, like, little side quest things. And things weren't going his way.
Yeah.
And then eventually he ends up, like, you know what, bro? Fuck this. I'm going to just go home in Detroit. And I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
He's the owner of that fucking house,
Yep.
isn't he?
Yeah.
And sure enough, he's driving in that dumbass fucking neighborhood, and he shows
Oh
up.
wait, but one thing. Sorry, Howard, to cut you off. One thing we forgot to mention is so we're like, what the fuck? Wait, actually, I might be in the wrong for this. I don't remember if this was after or before he got to Detroit.
With his friend.
But do you remember that scene with his friend at the club?
I think that was.
Yeah, that was when he got that. When he got home, he got
Was
to
that at
house.
the Detroit?
Yeah,
That was a
he
Detroit.
got home.
Oh, I thought that was before. My bad, bro. Go on, bro.
No, yeah.
That's my fault. That's my fault.
Yeah, he shows up to the house, and Tess's Jeep is in the front,
Yeah, bro.
and he's like, "What the fuck?" And he goes inside, and like luggage is around here and all this
Yeah.
shit, and like the basement door was propped with a chair, and he's like, "What
Oh,
the
yeah.
fuck?" And he calls up Airbnb like, "Yo, man, like, is someone still staying at my house? Because there's shit's here, blah blah blah." And like they couldn't help him or whatever. So like, man, fuck this. And he's just chilling, like he was in the bathroom. He's on the phone with his mom. Cause like son, we heard the news. Like
Yep.
what's going? Because like news broke out of the situation, the controversy that was going on between him and this girl. And he's like, "Mom, like it's not true, blah blah blah, whatever." And then after he gets a phone call from a friend that lives in that town, and they end up meeting each other at a bar. And that's when like the guy was the friend was like, "Hey man, look, all I'm saying is, you're my brother, man. You're my best friend. We homies and shit. I just want to know, like, you can trust me with anything. Tell me what really happened. Just be honest. That's all I ask." And then that's when Justin Long was like, "Hey, look, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna hold anything." You can tell he was like drunk because like the way he was talking.
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm not gonna hold anything back. Like we did have sex, and we did hook up, and it took a little bit of convincing." I was like, "Oh, no, he fucking raped her! Damn it!" I was like, "Shit, this fucking asshole."
I think when he, as soon as he said that, because he said other shit. As
He's
soon
like,
as
"I
he
don't
said
give
that,
up
you and I
easily."
looked at each other like,
No,
we're like,
he's-
this, we're like, bruh.
No, he said like I don't, me, I don't give up easily. You know,
I was like,
I was persistent.
He kept saying a bunch of shit. I was like, oh my god.
I was like, yeah, bro, you're fine. You deserve what's coming.
You raped her.
So I was kind of the same boat as Javi. I didn't believe anyone yet because I didn't believe him or the chick. I just didn't know. I'm like, this is interesting. I hope we later find out, right? And this was the moment where I was like, yep, he fucking did it,
and
man.
then he goes home drunk as fuck, and he calls up the girl, and he's like,
what an idiot.
He's like,
which the producers or whoever represents him told him not to. They're like, no, do not reach out to her. Do not reach out to her whatsoever.
And he's like, I just want to know that whatever I did, like, I hope I didn't mean to hurt you. He's all drunk and shit talking to her. I was like, wow, it's pathetic. And you know what scene pissed me off, though, was when he was going through Tessa's computer. And he couldn't get the password, and he just flings that shit.
Oh yeah, bro! And that shit was a Mac, right? It was a Mac or some shit,
MacBook, bro. I don't know why he attempted the password. Like, how did he think he was gonna know,
bro?
He was like,
fuck this shit,
and just flings it across the room. I was like,
no, but
like, no one throws computers like that,
bro.
Like, no one
does
does
that. What's funny is he just put Tess as a password.
Oh really?
Yeah, he just put because you could see it like pop up because he checked out who it was. Like he saw Tessa's ID, so he just said Tess, like, and it didn't work. And he's like, man, fuck this shit, and that's when he threw it. And that shit was funny as hell. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Yeah, I don't know.
But listen, there's good things and bad things about this guy. Sure, was he a rapist? Hell yeah, he did it. He clearly did it, man. He said, hey man, it took some convincing. Right there, it's a raps, right? But one thing for sure that I did like about his character is that it just fit well. Like he was definitely the comedic relief in the film.
Yeah,
he was very funny,
bro. The part that made me laugh.
Yeah, go on, Mark. Go on.
Because the following day, after he wakes up from his hangover, you see him throwing up. He goes and he checks what's this shit called, the square footage of the house, like how much.
Because
that's why he goes back. I remember because when I thought of this, I'm like, oh shit, that shit was funny. He comes back because he wants to sell it, and the more space you have, the more money it's worth. So when he gets down to the basement, he's like, "Oh shit!"
He finds the trap door.
He's like, finds
it. He's like, "Oh my god, there's so much!" Like, "Oh my god, there's more."
He grabs a measuring tape. And starts measuring the space in his house, in the basement, and the rooms. But then when he finds the trap door, he starts measuring the space of that little hallway. Yeah. And then he finds the room with the camcorder, starts measuring that shit.
Yeah.
And then he finds the door behind the wall. He starts measuring the stairs. Yeah. And he starts basically retracing the steps that Tess did earlier in the movie. And like the whole time I'm laughing because I'm like, bro, he's out here measuring shit, but he's not looking.
Yeah.
He doesn't see that there's cages and all these other
What was
bullshit.
funny is like he's measuring this shit. He's like, oh shit. This shit, like, because he looked it up on Google.
Yeah.
And bro, the way he looked that shit on Google, he typed the whole ass sentence. Do you remember that? Yeah. That shit was funny as fuck. Like, yo, I forgot what he said, but it was a whole ass sentence. It was funny as hell. But yeah, he just wanted to look at the square footage because, like, he's basically saying, yo, if there's
wanted to
secret,
see if you find more something you already own, does it add more value, more money, basically? Yeah.
And so it was funny because, like you said, he was in the fucking room with the bed and the bucket, and he just didn't give a fuck.
He's ignoring it, bro. The only thing is about the money because he's about to lose a lot of money.
He actually remember when he sat down on the bed.
Oh, and just saw this thing.
Yeah, you saw it. Because I forgot why he was sitting on the bed. Was he just thinking or something?
Probably.
So.
And then he realized. He got up. He's like, ew. He's like,
yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's when you realize, bitch.
Yeah.
And like what you said, he's retracing Tessa's steps, and he's like
going down there into the tunnels. He walks past the cages, but then he keeps walking further into the tunnel. Now we haven't seen this part of the tunnel because we didn't make it that far.
Yeah.
But he starts walking further down, and he looks, and there's another room, and there's like a little TV that's like showing like not Mother Nature, like mothers nurturing their baby videos.
Like breastfeeding them.
Yeah, like how to be a mom and how to breastfeed and how to take care of the baby. And you're like, what the fuck? And there was like some other stuff in the room. I forget what, like bunk beds or some shit.
Yeah, like so much, just like pillows and
thin
like blankets, like some stuff like that.
Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
And this dude starts. Does he see the monster?
No, I think
it catches him. I think he hears it.
He hears it, and then he starts running away. He hears something.
Yeah. Okay, so then he starts running down the hall, like starts running deeper into the tunnel. I'm like, nah, man, he's gonna run into that fucking thing again. And then he falls into like, cause like there's like a thing in the ground. And he falls through, and he gets up and he's like, "What the fuck?" And he has a flashlight with him, and he flashes, and Tess is there.
Yeah, you see Tess.
And then she's like, "Shh."
She's all quiet.
And then black screen again. And I'm like, "What?"
Bro, I was so happy, man.
Me
Because we're
too.
like, Tess is alive.
I was happy, man, because I thought Tess died.
I thought she was dead. Yeah, dead. I mean,
Yeah, so when I saw that, I'm like, yes, bro, she's fucking alive, man. I was like, hey, R.I.P. Keith, though.
yeah,
I actually liked him.
yeah.
He was.
Once I knew he wasn't the bad guy, I was like, you know what, kid? I
Yeah,
like
you know, I like him. Like, I like this guy.
know.
But yeah. What the hell was that?
The who? Come on.
Oh, what the fuck?
But oh yeah. So then black screen again, and now we're shown a flashback. Now we're like years and we're like
yes.
decades ago.
We're like
now.
in like the
we're like
60s,
we're in like the
70s.
60s now,
Yeah.
and it's showing that house, the house that we've been
that neighborhood.
in that whole neighborhood, and now the neighborhood is like nice.
Nice.
All
as
the
fuck.
houses are normal. There's
A
people
bunch,
outside.
No, a bunch of white people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know
clearly
what-
trying to paint a picture here.
and then like there was a bunch of people that were like mowing their lawns. It looked like a nice neighborhood. So like we're looking at that block again, but this time we're looking at what it looked like in the 60s,
In
and
its
everything
heyday.
everything looked nice and shit. And we see this old dude coming out of the house, and we see him go to the grocery store, and I'm like, what is all this? This feels like filler. Like, why are we looking? Why are we watching this
that's
guy?
true. That's true.
Why are we watching this guy? And then eventually he starts paying for his things, and he starts taking his shopping cart of groceries back to his car. And from afar, I think like on the other side of the street, because he's in the parking lot, on the other side of the street, he sees a woman, and he starts following her home. Remember that? He starts
Yeah.
following the woman home, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And then he eventually follows her back home, but he's parked like
Far away.
Far away
But you can
from-
still you can still
But
see
you
her.
can still yeah. And so when she gets inside, he gets out of his car, goes to the trunk, and pulls out a fake handyman outfit. One of those
Yeah.
one of those
like
one piece
jumpers for like a mechanic.
jumpers. That's what it is. And he puts it on and grabs the toolbox and walks to the house and tells the lady like, "Oh, I work for the city, blah blah blah, with something about your water like pump." Makes up a
Yeah,
bullshit
yeah.
excuse just to get into this woman's house.
And I looked at Javi and I said, yo, this man is a serial killer. Or
I'm
some
like,
shit,
and I'm
man.
like, but my thing is, I'm like, why are we watching this?
That's
This feels
true.
this
That's
feels disconnected from the rest of the movie. What
did.
is this?
So did the beginning of when it cut after the Barbarian killed Keith and then it jumped to Justin Long. That whole part also felt disconnected. We're like, yo, what the fuck?
But then
it
eventually-
connected.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
so I
yeah,
was
yeah.
waiting for this to connect to something, and then eventually he goes to the bathroom to test the water, like he tests the faucet. But really, what he's doing is he starts checking the windows and trying to see if like he unlocks the windows
Yep.
to make sure that they were able to open.
So he
I'm
can
like,
sneak into it later.
That's what. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what he does. And so, what happens is he's like, "All right, well, everything was good to go," and he ends up leaving the woman's house, and then
He goes back to his neighborhood.
he goes back to his car.
And then we get his conversation with his neighbor, and then his neighbor is like, "Hey man, I don't know what to tell you, but me and the wife were moving."
Yeah.
It's basically he's moving because he said like hey man, it's not good around here. The neighborhood's gonna become shit soon, and obviously it does because we know how it looks like in present day.
Right.
And then I believe he enters his house again, but I don't know what he does in there. I forgot. I don't know if he goes back to his house and then it cuts away or something important happens in the house.
No. It just cuts back to present day.
Yeah. Okay.
After that, it just cuts to present, and now we're back with Tess and Justin Long's character. She's like, "You," and then she's like, "You got to be quiet." Like it's like, "What the fuck was that thing?" Blah blah blah. And he's like, like she wants to be your mother,
Yeah.
and you need to be its baby." I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, bro.
And so eventually, the I guess now and then throughout the whole movie, they refer to her as the mother. This creature thing is the mother. So the mother comes in with a baby bottle, and she's out here reaching it down, like
It's a
making
big ass baby bottle.
yeah.
Yeah.
Too, yeah.
and then trying to get Justin Long to drink from it, but it's all like dirty and like
Yeah.
some of her hairs were on it.
Hey, would y'all do that?
Tess did it.
No, but would y'all?
Would
See
you?
it
If you're in that situation, would you guys do that?
Would
Either that or death.
That's facts.
Okay, fine. I'll reply first then. Hannah, I'm uppercutting that bitch.
No,
Dumbass, this bitch strong as hell.
Yeah.
Ah, you're right. No, I think I'd have to, bro.
We all have to.
Even
We
though I
all do
hate-
it.
even
It's
though I
either
hate
that or
milk.
death. We die.
Even though I hate milk, bro.
But what kind of milk was it?
We know what it was. It's her fucking. It's the mother's milk.
Dude,
breast milk.
I love that character. Oh, sorry, wrong thing. Anyways,
Wait, what'd you say? Wait, what did you say?
I said it's like the mother's like breast milk.
he said like it's.
you-
I'm like, he's like, it's the mother's milk, and I'm like, I love that character.
Hey,
And
yo.
I was like, oh, that's a different thing. Sorry.
I don't get
Yeah, because you haven't seen The Boys, bitch.
it.
Watch The Boys. But
Oh,
anyways,
go on. Yeah.
what's it called? Yeah, Justin Long refuses to drink the bottle. So
Oh,
then
yeah,
the mother gets mad and pulls
Yeah.
him out of this cage thing and starts forcefully breastfeeding him and shit.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah, bro. I was
"Yo,
like,
what are you?" And then Tess manages, because like the mother leaves the cage door open, so she manages to sneak out, and she starts running the other way. And then the mother hears her and she starts chasing her, and like a whole thing happens. Basically, the conclusion, something happens. Justin Long is able to escape, and he runs the opposite direction
Another hallway.
of the tunnel. Instead of going where the exit was, he starts running deeper into the tunnel, jumps over like the cage that was on the ground that he fell in before, and then he hides himself in a room. And in this room is the old man from that 60s flashback, and he's laying on the ground and shit. Or on the ground.
We don't know it's
He's
him.
laying in the bed, and you're like, what the fuck?
wait, we
Like-
don't know. What'd you say? Mark?
I said we don't know yet until we see the tapes.
Oh, no, I knew it was him.
Oh, I didn't know. I
mean,
I only knew it was him because
They showed his face though. I think we.
Yeah, it shows
yeah,
his
but
face.
he was old as fuck.
Yeah,
Well,
I didn't know.
I recognize the actor.
Yeah, I recognized him.
No, I didn't know until I saw him. Like, oh, that's that
They didn't,
motherfucker.
they didn't even show the tape though.
No, but I could assume like, oh, because what I saw before that scene. Remember?
Oh, okay.
I'm like, oh, he's clearly gonna invade the house, and next you know, I see it, but I hear it, and I see the dude's reaction to the video, like, bro, you monster, you're a killer or whatever.
What the
I'm
fuck
like,
is
oh,
wrong
it's
with you?
that guy. Yeah.
He's like, what the fuck is wrong
And you
with
know what's another thing? Before he even enters that room, the mother sees him. Easily could have grabbed him.
That's
Remember
right.
The mother sees him. Easily could have grabbed him, but she's like, she walks away.
She walks
Yeah.
away scared.
Yeah.
Because he gets inside of her, because he reaches the room, and then she stops chasing him and starts walking away. And then that's when he gets inside the room and sees the old guy.
When I saw that, I don't know if you remember. I looked at you. I'm like, what the fuck? Do you see that happening? And then I'm like, bro, what the fuck is in there? Like, what if there is like what if it's the actual Barbarian?
What
Like
I
some
thought
big
it was,
ass,
I thought
like,
it was
or
gonna be
some
like
other
the male
motherfucker.
version of her.
Hey, man,
That's
that's
what
what I'm
I
saying.
thought.
Like, yo, like,
Yeah, I have no idea.
yes, I was freaked
Eventually,
out. Like,
Justin Long starts seeing tapes. There's these tapes in the little TV
yeah.
A bunch
in
of
that
them.
room.
Bunch of
And he
them.
plays just one of them, and you just hear. It's just you don't see what's on the screen, but you hear voices of women screaming.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck is?
So-
I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then Justin Long turns off the TV and looks back at the guy like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I was like, what? What'd he do? Right? Obviously, he did something bad, and the women that were screaming were probably women that he kidnapped. Like, because like
And
in the
that's
flashback,
what the room is.
and then and like with the camcorder.
Yep.
That's what that was. So everything was starting to connect now, and so. It had to have been women he kidnapped because the flashback showed him going into the bathroom, checking if the windows were unlocked. So it had to have been people that he like snuck into the house and kidnapped and shit.
Yeah.
And then eventually he ends up reaching over for a nightstand and pulls out a pistol, and he points at himself, and the old dude just shoots himself.
Yeah, bro.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
that shit was wild.
And then Justin Long takes the gun and he makes a run.
I thought he was
for
gonna
it.
shoot him. I thought he was
That's
gonna
what I
shoot
thought,
Justin
too.
Long.
I thought so too. And then Justin Long takes the gun from him, and he takes off running.
Oh my god, I don't want to.
Why do you think he killed himself?
Because
Because he got, I'm caught. Game over.
I mean, but
I guess.
I
something.
guess, but he was already old as fuck. Wait, bro, how old is that motherfucker?
He's old as hell, bro. That's why I couldn't recognize him. I'm like, who's this old dude?
Like he's probably like in his 80s or some
Yeah,
shit,
he's
right?
old as
Probably.
hell.
But anyways, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why he killed himself. I don't know, but then we get to this part, man, where this is the part where I was sad as hell. I was like,
This is some bullshit. This
What?
is bullshit. No, I'm not.
You
It's
don't-
not actually bullshit. But I'm like, this is bullshit. Like fuck.
do you
this.
remember
No.
after Justin Long takes the gun and then
Oh, that he
Tess-
shoots Tess.
and then I said two. Tess manages to escape that cage shit.
But
Cage?
because it's so
Yeah,
dark.
Yeah, because because the mother was out chasing Justin and whatever, so she managed to escape. And so obviously Tess was looking. Was she looking for a way out or looking for him?
Probably
Way out,
both.
probably.
Yeah, right. And obviously, I'm trying to. How did it happen? Like, what made? Like, did she have a flashlight on or something? Did she have? No, she.
No, she didn't have her flashlight. I'm pretty sure because
Or
it
she
was
just-
dark. Remember, it was
Yeah.
dark hallway, and he's standing outside the room where you see the little old TV set. I'm pretty sure, and he hears something. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
So he's looking, and I think Tess is running or some shit that spooks him because he instantly shoots her.
But we don't
Instantly.
even see it. It's just
Yeah.
like a.
It's a quick thing. Because he gets spooked because he has no idea. Is it Tess or is it the mother?
Because the shit that we see is I think it's a shot of Justin Long pointing the gun and then him shooting, and we see him shoot, and that's it. And we're like, yo,
Oh, yeah.
you remember that? And we're like, yo,
Yeah.
what the fuck? And then
You're
we
right.
see fucking Tess.
On the ground.
Yeah, and dude, oh my god, I even looked.
I
at
thought
Javi.
it was.
Hector-
I'm like, damn, she's.
Go ahead,
officially
Javi.
done.
Hector thought she was gonna die.
I thought too.
Yeah,
I'm like, it's a
bro.
gunshot wound. I'm like, oh, she's
Yeah.
for sure done.
I was like, no way, she's gonna die like this, man.
Mm-hmm.
But then she ends up being good. She's like, he's like, oh my god, sorry, I didn't know it was you. Like,
Mm-hmm.
apologizing and shit. He's out there carrying her, like assisting her,
Mm-hmm.
and they actually managed to escape finally.
Yeah, and then they run into a homeless guy
Yeah.
oh,
was
we
like-
we never mentioned him.
because it wasn't
In
really
the-
that important.
We never mentioned him in the beginning because remember she like
She runs into him before, and we just thought he was a weirdo, and we didn't think much of it.
Yeah,
But then he comes back later, and it turns out this guy wasn't a weirdo, and the shit that he was saying was actually real.
he just wanted to warn her. type
Yeah,
shit.
exactly. Because apparently he knew, and I don't know how he knew.
Yeah,
I
It's
assume.
because he's homeless and he's always around that neighborhood and he sees
I thought
people
maybe
go in
he
there
was
and never
one of
come
the
out.
original residents in that neighborhood.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Oh.
But
okay.
like he never explains.
Yeah.
But eventually, Justin Long and the girl and Tess get out, and they meet up with that old guy. They're like, or that homeless guy, and they're like, "Come on, like, I know where to hide." And they go hide at this little place that he stays at. And this is the scene that freaked me out.
Yeah, go ahead out.
Was when the homeless guy was like, "Yeah, man, like I tried to warn you, like don't go in there, blah blah blah, but you didn't want to listen, bitch." And so
Yeah.
he didn't say that, right? But, like, I'm just fucking around.
Yeah.
But Justin Long was like, "Okay, are we not gonna address the elephant in the room? Like, what the fuck is that thing?
That's facts.
What is that?" And the guy was like, "Well, see, story goes that many years ago, like a man lives in the house and he never left. He never moved out, and that's the guy that was in the basement, or not the basement, like in the tunnels. Like
Yeah.
the dudes end up shooting himself
Yeah.
from the flashback. And it's like it's a man that had who lived there. He had never left. Like he never left that fucking house, and he would take women down there, and he would rape them. And I was like, oh, so I think that's what the video that he saw in the basement was. That when he put the tape in. I'm like, oh, is that what he was seeing? Like a footage of a guy raping a woman? But then he goes on to say like, and then he started getting the women pregnant with all those rapes, and those women would have babies, and he would make babies with the babies. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? I was like, no, that's what was recorded in the tape, because the face that Justin Long makes when he sees what was on the screen, and he looks back at the old dude like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so it wasn't him raping the women. It was him raping these babies, these children, bro.
my God.
And I was like, no way. And so he goes, you make a copy of a copy of a copy, and that's how you get something like that. So then you find out that this mother creature is a product of rape and incest lasting decades,
Yeah.
and it becomes that. And I was like,
Lord.
what is this shit, bro? What the
For real.
fuck? And then long story short, the mother finds out where they're hiding and busts through the wall and kills the homeless dude.
Yeah.
I actually saw that coming because he was saying, cause
Yeah,
he was like,
of course, everyone
He's like,
did.
he's like, how are you? It's like, how are you been here like this whole time? He's like, oh, me, man, she never came here, man. I've been here. And then like obviously the camera centers like to him, and you already expect it. You're like, oh
Right.
no, it's one of those things,
Right,
you know?
right.
And then she just busts through in and just fucking rips this dude in fucking half, right?
Something like that. Or no, it rips off his arm.
Oh, you're right. Sorry,
rips
yeah.
off his fucking arm and shit. I was
Rips
like, what the hell?
rips his arm and starts beating the fuck
And
out
Tess
of
is
him.
still Tess is still weak and shit from the bullet, so she can't like move around as much.
Yeah.
And then the fucking mother's like going berserk and shit. And so they manage to get out of like wherever they are, and they start walking up the stairs to this fucking water tower.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, bro, what the fuck? Like, and like this bitch, the mother's like catching up to them, and they're running up the the water tower, and finally they reach to the top, and they're like, "Fuck!
Man,
how do we
this
get
shit-
down from here?"
No,
Like
this shit was.
the mother was like crawling up the stairs and shit.
Do you remember this, Mario?
Yeah, I remember this.
Yeah, and then Justin Long was like, "Hey, you know what? Like, there's only one way we're gonna get out of this, and like, I'm sorry."
Oh
And he fucking and this asshole pushes Tess off the water tower, and like, oh my god, Tess just died. And then you see the mother just
The mother.
she jumps off the jump tower
That shit
and
was funny as hell,
and
like,
dives for her, and then you just hear like a bang, like they both hit the ground hard, and the camera zooms out, and it turns out that the mother broke the fall for Tess, so she lived. And I was like, nah, but that's still a dick move, man. Fuck this
Yeah,
guy.
I know. Yeah,
Yeah, that made me hate him, bro.
I was like,
Yeah.
man,
I was
fuck
like,
this
dude,
asshole.
this guy's.
I hate him
fucking-
because when he first shot Tess, he was gonna leave her down there, but then he heard that she was still alive, so he was like, oh my god, like, oh my, I'm so happy you're alive. I'm so sorry. But then that happened too. So I've been hating him since he fucking.
Oh, really? When
Yeah, he was gonna leave her-
when she was shot.
Yeah, she was like, oh my god, and he was gonna walk away. Then Tess was like, and they're like, oh my god, I'm so sorry for shooting you.
You're right, dude.
That's I'm like,
yeah.
you're a dick. Like you're fake as hell.
And the whole him actually being a rapist and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's just it was just adding up. Sure, he was funny. There was funny moments, I guess, like in the beginning.
overall, you dick.
Yeah, but overall, he was just a dick, man. When I saw that, I was pissed. I'm like, dude, there's no way he just did that to my girl Tess, man. What the fuck?
His girl.
Yeah, bro, she's my girl.
I thought it was Catwoman.
her too, man.
Her too.
What you mean, girl? Her too. You feel me? For
Oh,
Gotham,
man.
bro.
For Gotham.
Hell yeah.
But either way, I think again, when he goes down those stairs, doesn't he apologize again? I'm so sorry, Tess, some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
bro. I'm like, dude.
He apologizes again, I think, or some shit.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah,
It was the
because
only way.
Yeah.
because the mother breaks the fall for Tess, right? And then he finally gets down there and he's about to leave.
Yeah. About to
You know?
leave, yeah.
And then like what
And
you
the mother
said.
springs back to life like the Undertaker
Yeah.
and grabs the dude's head. And doesn't he split it in half?
Yeah, it was something brutal.
Was it?
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe it was. I don't remember, but it was brutal. I remember it being brutal.
She digs her thumbs in his eyes.
And then she like
Then splits it in half.
Mortal Kombat fatality just splits
Yeah.
the head in half.
Yeah.
And Tess sees it all.
And I was like, that's crazy. And then and then Tess reaches for the gun. And the mother doesn't do anything because of like
I'm assuming she doesn't
her-
know.
Motherly nature
of her babies, I guess. Like
She's
Tess,
like coddling Tess.
Tess is like the one that's been the most like her baby.
Yeah.
So she doesn't do anything to hurt her. She's just kind of like,
Coddling her.
the mother never talks. She
Oh,
just
yeah, yeah,
roars
yeah,
and
yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah.
But this is the first time we hear her talk. She says, "Mama."
Yeah.
She just keeps saying, "Mama, mama," and Tess grabs the gun and just puts it.
And it's kind of hard for her to do it too. She's like, cause I think she understands like what happened. She's like, oh my god, you're not a monster. It's just like this guy is a fucking idiot.
Yeah, you're just like you're a product.
Like you're a victim. Like
Like she was.
you didn't deserve this.
She was a human, but she was on some super soldier serum shit,
Yeah.
bro. Like
gone
what the-
wrong.
yeah.
Yeah, she was on some
Gone
weird
wrong
shit,
shit.
bro.
And so eventually, Tess puts the gun to the mother's forehead,
Yeah, man.
and then she pulls the trigger.
What did she say? She said something
Mama.
before.
Yeah.
Oh, she
That's
just
what
said that?
The mother was saying.
The
that.
mother said that.
No. What did Tess say? Because she said something before she
Oh,
shot
I
her.
don't remember.
That I don't know.
She said, I can't remember. She said, I'm sorry, bitch. You're like, oh, no. I forgot.
But she pulls the trigger,
Yeah.
and then the sound of the gunshot is what made the screen go to black, and then credits rolled. And then we saw little glimpses of her like walking away.
Oh, yeah,
and
well, her
she
walking
was just
away.
like walking away from the situation, all limping and shit.
Well, we
And-
completely skipped the part. I just remembered
What part?
with the cops when she tried to make them.
Because it wasn't that important.
Yeah, but I remember.
Wait,
I was like,
which
wait, we
cops?
just forgot all that.
Remember when she was able to escape? She like ran outside and she started
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
And the cops
Ran
didn't
into the
believe
cops
her?
at the gas station, but like it's because it wasn't important.
They
Like,
thought that she was like a crackhead or
yeah,
something.
yeah. But like,
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
mention
yeah.
it because it wasn't important. Like, at the end of the day, like that scene was just kind of like whatever. You know what I mean? Didn't really further the plot. She ends up coming back to
It
the
was
house
st-
anyways.
It was just frustrating.
Yeah, it's more
He's
like,
like, bro,
come on,
really?
stop being
I
idiots.
will say, okay,
Yeah.
but here's the thing. I will say, when I saw that scene, I told Hector, I was like, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I feel like cops won't do this. I feel like cops would not do this.
No.
They wouldn't.
No.
Yeah, I was about to say
They wouldn't just be like, don't you understand? You guys are fucking idiots. Like, there's a monster down there and they try to kill me.
But then,
When you see a girl who's like all like
But-
crying and shit and serious and shit, cops wouldn't just be like, listen,
Okay.
shut up, crackhead. We got
Okay.
bigger shit to do.
okay, but Hav, listen. In defense, as a bad word choice. And I was about saying defense of the police. Listen, and this is I think this is it, right? It's because they're in a shitty neighborhood, right? Remember, they were understaffed, right? And it's a super shitty neighborhood. She's completely like dirty and stuff. She's talking about a monster. Let's be real. If a person that was like that came to us and said to us, you know what I mean? Yo, there's a monster over there. We're gonna be like a monster? Yeah, she's super big and like nails and stuff. We're gonna be like, what the fuck? She's crazy. You know? So I think, like, to be fair, they would dismiss it just because, okay, you look homeless, you're in a neighborhood that's shitty, and you're talking about monsters. So you might be on drugs or something.
I mean, I guess, but what I'm talking about, like in other movies,
yeah,
there will always be situations like that where the cops are no help.
No, yeah.
Or they'll always do that. That's what I meant. Is I don't believe cops would act that way. Because I've seen a bunch of movies. We've all have. Yeah. We've seen movies where like the cops are just like, oh man,
they're useless.
This is just, they're like, you're just making shit up, or like, lady, you don't know what you're talking about, and they leave, and it's like, oh well, there you go. The fucking Michael Myers is now gonna kill this bitch because these cops were no help. Shit like that. Like, I just don't buy when movies do that. When they depict cops as assholes who don't want to help.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck, bitch? Like, if I get into trouble, like, who am I gonna call? A gang member? Like
Batman?
Yeah, Batman, bitch. What the fuck? You're no help. You already know.
But then what if you say that to him and he hits you with the, hey, if you've seen monsters, I'm sure you can find Batman. Damn. Got your, not gonna lie, you pissed. I'm like, damn, you got my ass. You stupid ass bitch. Like, if you see monsters, I'm sure you can see Batman.
I'm gonna tell the police what Hector told me 10 years ago. I'm gonna be like, bitch, if I die, I'm gonna haunt your ass.
Wait, what I say? Wait, I said that?
You said that to me.
When?
Years ago, bro. We were kids.
I said if I die, I'm gonna haunt you?
Yeah.
What the
hell no?
You said 10 years ago?
It was a what? We're 22, yeah. Yeah,
it's like when I was like 12 and shit.
Yeah, bro, you said some crazy shit. Yeah, bro, like, if I die, bro, like, I swear to God, I'm gonna fucking haunt you all your whole life.
Okay, but here's the thing. What did you do for me to say that? There's got to be something. You probably did something.
I didn't do anything.
Damn.
I didn't do anything to you, is what I should say. It's because I used to live at remember when my dad used to live in this like apartment complex in Palatine? And by there was like a little lake.
Oh yeah.
And you were trying to reach for something down there, but you didn't want to fall in. So I was grabbing you with one hand.
Oh my God.
So that you wouldn't fall into the lake. You're like, Hav, don't let go, bro. I'm like, I got you, bro. You're not gonna fall. He goes, Hav, like, I'm serious, bro. If I fucking die, I'm gonna haunt you for the rest of your life. I was like, like, Hector, what is your problem?
Javi, you just unlocked a huge core memory, bro. I remember that. I don't remember what I was reaching for, but I do remember that situation. And the reason why I said that is because I can't swim, bro. If I fall into that lake, I'm dead. It's a wraps. Like, don't even bother try to help me. I literally cannot swim. I sink, bro.
But the thing is, the lake wasn't even that deep, bro. It was shallow.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was 12, though.
It's shallow enough for 12.
Yeah. I almost drowned in 3 feet of pool before when I went to Wisconsin Dells when I was like 12 or 13. It's one of those things where I got in the water because it's 3 feet. 3 feet's okay. To be fair, 3 feet is not that high, but it's still decent amount if you lay down, right? So when when that happened to me, I literally was drowning, bro. And they said, just stand up. Oh, shit. Yeah, bro. It was embarrassing as fuck. But like I said, I was never taught to swim, man. And man, fuck y'all, man. I don't know how to swim, man. It is what it is. But no, I remember that, Hav. What the fuck? That was a stupid idea. That was a stupid idea. Why the fuck would I let you do that shit to me, man? And
you didn't fall.
Well, okay, either way, I can see why I said that. I can see why I said that. But I don't remember saying it, but I do remember that situation. That's fucking crazy, man. The more you fucking know, guys. But you know what? With that being said, man, let's get to the rating, man. Final verdicts, Mario. Let's get it.
All right. Overall,
final thoughts. Your verdict.
I don't think this movie had a big budget. I'm just guessing because, like, first of all, the marketing wasn't. Yeah. I never saw the trailer.
And to be fair, the monster looked nice though.
Yeah, but
not like that.
It's
yo,
not. Yo.
Yeah,
I'm just talking about like it looked.
Yeah, it looked good. It looked good.
But like if you were drunk.
Yo,
4 shots of Henny. 4 shots of Henny. I might have to slide.
You dumb as hell.
I might have to slide.
I might let her breastfeed me.
Hey yo.
Hey, I might have to do that.
Hey,
Hey, yo, 4 shots in.
Oh,
You feel me? She probably got that.
How does that one song go? I'm gonna have to indulge in there.
Oh, I'm off to indulge in that bit, man. Hey, man, you feel me? She probably got that grip. The grip. You feel me? It might be going crazy. You feel me? Anyways, go on.
No, this movie's like it's a prime example.
Yeah.
Of like you can make a great movie no matter how the budget.
Oh yeah,
Even if it's shit ton or little, like this movie is like, hey, you don't need a lot.
And you can make a trailer that can hook people without showing too much.
Like,
Yes.
if they were showed more, that the movie would be spoiled. Am I
Yes,
being
bro.
honest?
Dude.
Because the trailer never showed the mother,
Which is
Never.
good.
and that's cool
Thank
because you're not supposed to know.
Yeah.
I feel like that's where the movie had more hit with it.
Hell yeah, bro.
Like when we first see it,
Fuck yeah.
I'm shocked. Like I saw it when I
Dude,
first saw the
hell
mother. I'm like,
yeah.
oh my god, what the fuck is that? I was honestly surprised by that, and it made it 10 times better. And so, I thought the writing was good. I think this movie had very good writing.
Yep.
Obviously, I in the beginning I told you about the acting. The performances in this movie are absolutely incredible. Everybody did an outstanding job. If I were to give it something out of 10.
Oh shit.
I'm teetering between a 9 or a 10.
Damn.
This movie's very good. Keep in mind, it's a horror movie, and
Barbarian.
usually these are fucking ass.
Honestly, bro,
These are ass,
The
usually.
last horror movie that we rated high that we loved was The Black Phone.
Yeah.
Right. This one, I enjoyed this one more.
That's what I'm saying. And I think we gave that one an 8 or a 9. I forgot what I gave. It was
forgot.
8 or something.
I
gave
forgot.
It. Nothing. I was for sure I did not give something lower than an 8. But
So go ahead, man. 9 or 10.
honestly, I think it might.
Yo,
Just,
chill,
this
man.
might be a
What the
10.
fuck?
I
Yo,
think I might
sorry
give
guys.
it-
They're gonna listen to that shit and be like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Hop?
No, but I think I'll give it a 10, bro. This is good.
Damn, a
What
10.
is
what
it?
it-
A
Oh,
10.
a 10? A 10?
I 10. I honestly I enjoyed everything. I was shocked.
That's
I like when
crazy.
I first saw that I was shocked. I was not expecting that in a good way.
So you're going to give it a 10?
Yeah, no, just because
Did
of
she wear
that,
matching
the
shoes,
acting
though?
was good, and the way they
He gave it a 10
introed
because she was bad.
dumbass.
He got horny with it.
You dumb as fuck. No, I just thought everything felt real to me. Like with the intro, it felt
Yeah.
natural. The mother, it looked not fake. Like it looked real. Like it probably was real low key. I don't know how they did it, but it clearly wasn't CGI. But everything about it, I just loved everything. I'm trying to find a negative. I'm like, what's a negative? So I
No,
can
that's
pop it
fine.
down to a 9.
That's fine.
but-
You gave it a 10 out of 10. Have. Go ahead, bro.
I probably would give it a 9. Not a perfect 10. Not because
Okay.
it's not because there's no flaws. It's just
Right.
as far as movies that blew me away that like I thought were great. This movie was really good, but it's not quite the Batman level. It's not quite Everything Everywhere All at Once level. I don't know. I mean, it's a really good
yeah.
movie, and I would definitely recommend. I mean, now that we're in the month of October,
Yup.
and Halloween is the vibe, scary movies is the vibe. This is one of those movies I would see like someone that I would recommend someone being like, hey man, if you have like a yearly tradition of watching scary movies every October,
This is one of them.
whatever it may be, Barbarian I would put on the list of horror movies you should watch.
Yep.
As a tradition every October because it's that good. You know what I mean? So I would say a 9 out of 10, basically for all the reasons that Mario said.
Yep.
But like I said, it didn't quite blow me away. It's like not quite at 10 level, but it was still very good, and I loved a lot of things about this movie. So I'll give it a strong 9. And I'm looking forward to what
More
other
projects.
movies that the director has in store, because this is like the first time he's done something this big. It's like his directorial debut, I think. So I'm excited to see what else he potentially puts out.
Yeah. Well said,
What
man.
about- what about you?
I mean, y'all said everything, man. I agree with everything. With Mario said, with you said. Yeah. But I will say I am going to give it a 9 out of 10. It's not up like Javi. You said it perfectly, man. Like basically what Javi said. That's what I was thinking. So yeah, it's gonna be a 9 out of 10. Damn, is this your first movie that you gave it a 10 out of 10?
No, I think I gave Batman a 10 out of 10.
Oh, did he? Oh, and then yeah, I did too. We did. I think Everything Everywhere All at Once. We gave that a 10.
Mario wasn't there for that one.
I
Oh,
saw
he
that
wasn't?
movie.
Oh, you weren't there for that?
No, I saw it with a friend.
Oh, okay.
It was
wh-
us with Errado.
Oh, okay. What would you? Okay, well, this is random, but what would you rate that movie?
That movie was a 10 out of 10. That movie was
Okay.
amazing.
You know what we should? You know what we should do?
I think the reason why I gave it a 10 because this is a horror movie, and horror movies now are usually dog shit.
Facts.
No, you're right.
And that's why I think that's why I bumped it. I'm like, horror movies like these need to be praised.
No, yeah, that's true. What we should do is at the end of the year, like what I told you, right? We should put our top 10 movies of the year.
Ooh.
We should talk about that,
Yeah.
and obviously our ratings. We'll talk about all the movies that were our highest rating movies of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that should be like our tradition, like top 10 movies of the year type shit.
But it'll be a pain in the ass to look back at it.
What do you mean?
Like let's say at the end of the year, we gotta look at all our reviews, every single one. When it comes to movies,
Yeah, but to be fair, all the movies that we see,
I
that
say
are
we write down, we go on our notes, but like Hector 10.
well,
Javi 10.
yes,
put
but
the movie.
you got to remember, we don't watch every single movie that comes out. We just watch the things that we're interested in.
Mhm.
And I feel like just if we just stick to that, it's not that many movies. It's not that many movies throughout the year, if you really think about it. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying it's an easier way to track it. I mean, that's fine. I
You're
know,
right,
I know we
you're
don't
right,
do a lot.
you're
Like
right,
when we
you're
finish this, be like, all right,
I'll do. You know, in my spare time, I'll probably do that
All right.
because you could just look at it. We just
You
get
can go at
to
the end. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, so like I'll keep track on that. I'll like rank them from my highest. But anyways, I think we should do that, and we should do that before the new year, right?
Yeah, before the new year, and be like, this is what you should watch. No, wait.
Yeah. So what comes out in December?
Avatar 2.
Oh my God! No way! This December? Oh shit!
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck comes out in December.
Avatar.
All I know
2,
is there's
bitch.
a lot of movies coming out next month that I want to watch.
Next month, November.
Yeah.
What? Wakanda. And-
Wakanda Forever. There's a anime movie coming out. There's another Top Gun Maverick type of movie that I want to
Oh,
see.
okay.
Yeah. There's that one, and then there's the fourth one, but I'm pretty sure there's a fourth one, but I forgot what it is.
All right. Well, if you remember, I'll check them out. I'll see if I'm interested or not. But yeah, guys, that's gonna wrap up this review, man. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I completely forgot to say in the beginning about our intro. Remember? I forgot our intro, guys. Remember, you guys can listen to us anywhere: YouTube,
Oh,
yeah.
SoundCloud, Spotify, Google, Apple, anywhere. And this podcast will contain spoilers.
Oh yeah.
We always,
This bitch did contain spoilers.
I know, but I always forget. Don't worry, guys. We're gonna get it. I mean, but if you're watching this, if you're a consistent viewer, man, you get the gist, bro. Or if you just, you'll get the gist. All right, guys. Well, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, don't let your past haunt you, guys. Take it easy.
Peace.
See ya.